Welcome to Nintendo Academy. I am Mike Perez, and if you are planning a trip to Super Nintendo World in Japan or would like to know more information on Super Nintendo World, then welcome to the Super Nintendo World Japan Complete Video Guide. Down. Before we get started, if we are just meeting, I am Mike Perez, and here at Nintendo Academy, we cover a lot of topics related to Nintendo, full video guides just like this one. So if you are new, consider subscribing and clicking the bell for upcoming Nintendo Academy videos. Now this video contains a full guide and everything you need to know about Super Nintendo World Japan. So if there is anything in particular you are interested in, I'm going to include a timestamp below with every single topic in this video so you can watch it in any order you want. So let's get started.
Here we go! Woohoo! Hello! Let's go! Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! Yahoo! Yes!
Alright, so first and foremost, where is Super Nintendo World in Japan? Well, Super Nintendo World in Japan is located at the Universal Studios Japan, and guess what? Here is the address. So write down this address right here. This is the Super Nintendo World address for Japan. It is located in the Japan Universal Studios theme park. So this is the address right here. You can go ahead and pause the video and write this address down. This is the official address for Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Japan. So how do we access Super Nintendo World? Well, since Super Nintendo World is in Universal Studios Japan, so here are ticket prices for adults ages 12 or older, for children, which are 4 years of age to 11 years of age, and seniors, anybody over the age of 65. For adults, 7,800 yen, and this is the conversion to US and to Euro. For children, 5,400 yen, and here is the conversion to US and also to Euro. For seniors, 7,100 yen, and here is the conversion to US dollars and to Euro. Now I've added a currency converter in the description so you can go ahead and convert to the currency in your world region. Now how can you purchase your ticket? Well, if you are outside of Japan, you can purchase your ticket in one of these travel agencies. And a link to all of these places will be located down below in the description for your convenience. Another way to get your ticket is of course right at the gate at Universal Studios. Here is a map to where the ticket stations are located when you enter the park. So as of the recording of this video, tickets purchased through travel agencies are temporarily on hold due to world events. So I suggest you visit Universal Studios Japan website to find out more information and more updates. I will also link updated information on the card on this video. The card is located right up there. So what are the operation hours for Universal Studios Japan? Universal Studios Japan typically open at 8:30 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. and close around 7:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. with extended hours on weekends and holidays. So we're done with the general information for Universal Studios Japan. Now on to Super Nintendo World. So when entering Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Japan, the first thing you want to do is get your power-up band. You have 6 bands to choose from. You have the Mario Band, the Luigi Band, Princess Peach Band, Princess Daisy Band, Toad Band, and the Yoshi Band. These bands will help you get most out of the experience of Super Nintendo World and will make you feel like you're part of the game. So what are these bands for? Enjoy more adventures of the multi-level Super Nintendo World with power-up bands. So with the power-up band, you can experience key challenges, collect virtual coins, and items, and a lot more. So when you link your band to the official Universal Studios app, You can see your score, coins, and digital stamps. You can also access game data at special checkpoints throughout the park. Now, downloading the official Universal Studios Japan app is not necessary to enjoy Super Nintendo World and to enjoy this band. Now, where can you buy a power-up band? You can purchase the band in the cart in front of Superstar Plaza at Super Nintendo World. Oh, one more thing. You can also use your power-up bands as amiibos for the character that you have. So even after you go home, you can continue to use your power-up band for a world of fun and games. So far, we have covered park information, ticket information, and some requirements. So if at this point you have any questions, feel free to leave it down below in the comments and I will reply to you as soon as possible. Now let's move on to the attractions. Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios Japan has 3 rides. These rides are Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge, Yoshi's Adventure, and Power Up Band Key Challenges. So here is everything you need to know about Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge. Race on Mario Kart. You can race your way to victory. Iconic Mario Kart courses have been brought to life with cutting-edge technology. Challenge enemies with shells, aim for the finish line with Mario and Peach. The world's first interactive Mario Kart theme park ride will leave you with a rush of adventure. So what are the ride restrictions for Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge? So the ride is approximately 5 minutes long. Each cart has a capacity of 4 people, 2 people up front and 2 people in the back. This attraction features sudden acceleration, rotation, turning, and stops. The special effects used are fog, strobe lights, and loud noises. So unfortunately, guests with conditions that may be aggravated by these special effects cannot use this attraction. So what happens if the ride shuts down? So in case of emergency, a crew member will direct you to an emergency exit. In an emergency, you may need to walk up and down stairs, through narrow passages, a long distance by yourself or with an attendant. You may also need to wait a long period of time on the ride. And by yourself means that you are able to walk without assistance. So what guests require supervising companions like parents and others? Guests who require special help during an emergency, guests who have difficulty walking or use of a wheelchair, guests with mental disabilities, guests with visual impairments. For guests with any other disability, please consult a crew member. A supervising companion must be a junior high school age or older, in good health, both physical and mental health, and at least 122 centimeters tall. So who should stay away from this ride? Guests with the following conditions should not experience this attraction. 1. If you have a heart condition or abnormal blood pressure, if you have back, neck, hip, or spine conditions, expectant mothers, motion sickness or dizziness, medical sensitivity to strobe effects, medical sensitivity to fog effects, other conditions that may be aggravated by this attraction, physical inability to sit in an attraction seat, inability to safely use attraction safety devices, guests who can hold a handle and remain seated upright at all times without assistance, guests who can sit alone in their seat and use the safety devices correctly. And don't worry, these instructions will also be explained for people who have hearing disabilities before the ride. So here are some important notes for this attraction. Umbrellas are not permitted. Please use the umbrella stand at the entrance. Please sit firmly on the seat with your back against the backrest on the ride. Do not stick your hands or feet outside the ride vehicle. Please supervise your children. Dangerous acts or acts of disturbance are strictly prohibited. Those engaging in bad behavior will be immediately removed from the park. In the event of emergency, follow the instructions of a crew member. Now, what are the height requirements for this ride? In order to ride Mario Kart, you have to be at least 92 centimeters tall. Guests under 92 centimeters and under 122 centimeters need to be accompanied by another guest. So how about guests with wheelchairs? You can approach the ride in a wheelchair and must transfer to the ride if you are able. A supervisor companion may be required in case of emergency. If you are a guest with a service dog like a guide dog, hearing dog, and service dog, you are able to ride this attraction. Your dog may be startled by the loud noises and explosions from the attraction. Please check the notices at the attraction entrance for more details. So that was all the information for Mario Kart Koopa's challenge. Now on to the next ride. Here's everything you need to know about Yoshi's adventure. Hang on to Yoshi as you search for Captain Toad on a treasure hunt. Use the captain's map to find 3 mysterious eggs. Get a spectacular view of the Mushroom Kingdom from the beanpole while having fun on the ride that's perfect for the entire family. So here are attraction requirements for Yoshi's Adventure. So this ride is approximately 5 minutes long. The Yoshi Kart capacity is of 2 people, so 1 row of 2 seats. The attraction features turning and sudden stops. The special effects on this ride are strobe effects and loud noises. So guests with conditions that may be aggravated by these special effects cannot use this attraction. So what guests should avoid the Yoshi's attraction ride? Anyone with heart conditions or abnormal blood pressure, back, neck, hip, or spine conditions, expected mothers, fear of heights, medical sensitivity to strobe lights, sensitivity to loud noises, physical inability to sit in the attraction seat, inability to safely use attraction safety devices. And more details will be explained at the entrance of this attraction. So what are the height requirements for Yoshi's Adventure? So in order to enjoy this ride, you must be at least 86 centimeters tall. Guests over 86 centimeters tall and under 122 centimeters tall need to be accompanied by another guest. Here is important information for guests with wheelchair. You may remain in your wheelchair to experience this attraction. You may be required to change to a designated wheelchair depending on the size and shape of your wheelchair. You can approach the ride in a wheelchair and must transfer to a ride seat if you are able. A supervising companion may be required in case of emergency. If you have further questions, please ask the ride attendant. So that's all the information that you need to know about Yoshi's Adventure. Now on to the next ride. Here's everything you need to know about power-up band key challenges. Help Peach recover the golden mushroom taken by Bowser Jr. The golden mushroom has been stolen by Bowser Jr. Play interactive games throughout Super Nintendo World and collect 3 keys. The final challenge is an exciting boss battle with Bowser Jr. Can you defeat the Mushroom Kingdom's most devious trickster? A power-up band is required to experience this attraction. Power-up bands will be available for purchase. Want to hear some good news? The power-up band key challenge has no restrictions and everybody and anybody can enjoy this event. All you need is your power-up band and you're good to go. Now, in order to make the most and best out of your experience at Super Nintendo World Japan, I encourage you to download the Universal Studios Japan app. The Universal Studios Japan app has an area dedicated to Super Nintendo World in Japan. Now let's take a tour in the app. Now when you first download the app, of course you're going to be welcomed by the screen. Click the X to go straight into the app. If you want to use the location features for Universal Studios Japan, you can select it here from your device. It'll ask you whether you want the GPS feature to be enabled within the app. Now, enabling this feature will be very helpful to you because it'll also tell you the location you are in within the park if you are looking to go somewhere else in the park. It'll also ask you if you would like to have notifications. I do encourage you to turn it on. If there are events within the park that you need to be notified, for example, if there's a parade coming or there are characters that are available for you to take pictures with, this will notify you right away on your phone. Okay, so we are here in the app, which will tell you the wait times. You can register for park passes, view your tickets, and also, most importantly, area time entry ticket. All right, so let's go to the tab on the side here, these 3 lines. If you hit it right there, it'll tell you everything the app has, and you want to scroll down where it says Super Nintendo World and tap on there. This will open up the Super Nintendo World area with a nice little sound there. It says here collect stamps, view your rank, see how many coins you've collected, and use the map to track your adventure. So that's what I was talking about. If you want the GPS feature to track you inside the park and you want to use it to guide you in the park, then this is a good way to use it. Below you see that it says scan band. Now this is where you would scan your band to link your power-up band with your app. Below you see the home tab, the rank tab. Now this will tell you what your rank is compared to the rest of the people you are with. And here you see the teams by ranking. Let's say you are Luigi, it'll say how many coins you have. Here it'll give you all the information to see within your party who is winning, who has more coins, who has collected more items. Here we can see all the daily rankings for the day for the entire park, so you can see if you made it to the top as well. And this one will tell you the top rankings of all time for the park. So if you want to go ahead and compete and try to get to this one, here it will tell you the all-time rankings for the entire park, just in case you want to compete with everybody else. And then we have the Mario Kart rankings. Here it will show you whether you were first, second place, and how fast you got to where you needed to go compared to everybody else. And the Bowser Jr. ranking. Now this one is related to the power-up band key challenges you will take when defeating Bowser Jr. and recovering the golden mushroom. Now towards the bottom we see the map area. When you tap on the map area, it'll tell you welcome, this is your world map. Tap the pin icon to see what attractions are nearby. The more attractions you visit, the more pins you unlock. So this is very cool. When you visit the most attractions within the Super Nintendo World Park, you will unlock pins to collect within the app. Alright, the golden mushroom was stolen. Bowser Jr. has locked it away. His minions guard the keys. Oh no. Collect the keys to take back the golden mushroom. Power-up bands allow you to play in Mushroom Kingdom. Punch blocks and collect coins. Explore, discover, and play. Alright, so here is the map. Here is the world map where you can actually scroll here and see where you are. Right now, if I were in the park and my GPS will be enabled, then it'll actually pinpoint what area of the park I am in. And it will also show you your members, your visitors. If all the power-up bands are linked to your account, you can actually see where they are here in the park, just in case you decide to split up. Now, if you look at the bottom tabs right here, we have these tabs down below that you can turn on and you can turn off. You can also turn on multiple tabs, or you can turn them off altogether, or have just one on. Now, when you tap on one of them, you'll see these little points that pop up on the screen here. Now, these screens, you can actually tap on them. If you tap on them, it'll give you information on what to find there. Like for example, here, you can find a block combo. That means if you go there, you can actually hit that block with your band, and it'll give you one of those combo blocks that either give you a star, coins, or other surprises within the block. Now you can also pinch to zoom in to see areas of the map. This is very cool and very interactive. Now at the bottom of the screen, you will also see options. So if we go to options, there it says, on this screen you can edit your player profile, follow other players, and add more bands to your device. Okay, so right now here you can edit your player. What do you want to be called? Your name. You can also add more bands to your team. This is the area where you will add each band within your party, so that when you are in the map, you can see their location. You can also track their points as well. So yeah, these are all the areas of the app, and it looks so much fun to navigate through. And I myself cannot wait to visit Super Nintendo World and interact with this map. Alright, so that was the tour of the Super Nintendo World map. Of course, when we are in the park, we could go ahead and interact. We can add a band right there from the home screen, and then we could do so much more to have fun with it. So I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. If you did, give me that thumbs up on this video, which will help the video go further on YouTube. One of the most exciting parts of visiting a theme park is to see and take a picture with your favorite character. Now, what characters will be available at Super Nintendo World? Let's check this out. The characters available at launch at Super Nintendo World in Japan are Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach. Now, of course, this will change with time as they add more characters to the park, and they may have different characters available depending on which park you are visiting. If we look at the app, remember the tabs that we were talking about during the app tour? Well, the one that has the boat all the way to the far right is the one that you want to tap to see where the characters are. Look what happens when I tap on that boat tab. It'll mark on the map where the characters are. For example, right here next to Peach's castle, you can see you can meet Princess Peach right there and take a picture next to the castle. In the middle, you see a meetup with Luigi. We have Toad meetup, and of course we have Mario. Now within the app, I also see Princess Daisy here in the corner by Bowser's Castle. She does not have that little icon on top of her, and she is not a meetup character just yet, but of course she will be added to the list of characters in Super Nintendo World. And those are the characters that are available for meetup, and that's how you can find them. Okay, so let's talk about pictures, shops, and restaurants. When you take pictures in Super Nintendo World, you can basically choose just about any place in Nintendo World, and your background will probably be awesome. Now, I want to give you some pointers when taking your picture. If you have your camera app open, just like this right here, when taking a picture of a family member, of a location, of a place, the best way to take a picture is by tapping on your source just like this. This will allow a little focus box to show on your picture, and it'll make sure that your pictures aren't blurry. Now, when you tap and you hold, that little square will get even bigger. That means that your focus point is locked on point. That no matter where you point, no matter how you change your camera, when you point at that subject or the person you're taking a picture of, it will always be in focus. That'll help you capture the best memories and make sure your pictures look great. Let's talk merchandise and souvenirs. One of the greatest things of every theme park is taking home something to remember your experience in the theme park. For that very reason, we have the 1UP Factory. Here are the things that are available for purchase at the 1UP Factory. So you've now been in the park for a little while and you're feeling hungry and you're looking for some place to eat. Well, Super Nintendo World's got you covered. Here we have Pinocchio's Cafe, which sounds a little bit like Pinocchio to me, which is a really cool themed restaurant inside Super Nintendo World. And take a look at some of the dishes here. Now, of course, around the park, they will have little kiosks where you can pick up popcorn, drinks, and other goodies while you roam and enjoy yourself around the park. And of course, no park could be completed without the park map. Here in the park map, you can see a lot of the places that we spoke about during this video, along with meetups and areas to find your way. So if you're planning a trip to Universal Studios Japan to visit Super Nintendo World, I hope this video was very helpful to you. And if you did find this video and information guide helpful, please help us by giving us a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. At the time of this recording, only Super Nintendo World in Japan is open, but I will also have guides for the other Super Nintendo World in Orlando and the other one in Asia. So make sure to check back for those complete video guides on Super Nintendo World. If you're visiting Super Nintendo World, make sure to add this video to your favorites. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am Mike Perez with Nintendo Academy.